This is episode 557. And today we're going to be talking about some tactics for building momentum. You know, it pays to have the power of momentum on your side, whether you're running an Olympic race, doing CrossFit, finishing your sales reports, whatever it is. Momentum is a powerful, powerful phenomenon, a law, if you will, that when we can leverage it, we can just keep going and not put as much effort into things. You know, the law of physics can actually help you reach your goals faster. I'm sure you've heard of Isaac Newton's law. You know, an object in motion tends to stay in motion, and an object at rest tends to stay at rest. Well, this is all about momentum. We want to keep moving forward, want to keep moving forward. And so this is also true for people with our mindset, with our activities, with everything else that's going on. So I'm going to go through some techniques, about 18 of them, to help you keep your momentum going. So these are not all, as in other podcasts, these are not the only ones, but these are ones that are simple and easy to implement so that you can get momentum and keep momentum going. So first, to make a start, right? So in order to have momentum, we have to start someplace. And so take the first step. I mean, this is, a thousand miles the trip is taken with the first step. So the kickoff of any project can be the most challenging stage, whether it's a project of cleaning the garage, sales, whatever it might be. So give yourself credit for taking the initiative. Take that first step. What's the first thing you can do today, not tomorrow, today on that project that you're doing? Even if you make a mistake, just take it and correct it. But you got to make that first step. A lot of people will procrastinate and wait till it's perfect. It's about progression, not perfect. And you shoot for perfect and you achieve excellence. So we just take that first step, whatever it is. If it's going to the gym, go to the gym and just start to lift. If it's changing nutrition, just change something up. If it's sales, just make that first phone call. If it's a relationship, ask that person out on a date. Whatever it is, just take that first step. And then begin early, right? I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, but use your morning hours wisely. Rack up at least one accomplishment before breakfast. This can just start you off to a great, great day. Whether it's, for me, I wake up early, I meditate, I go to the gym, I come back, I do things. I have this, but when I come back from the gym, I feel energized. The morning might not be your time for the gym, but it certainly can be a time for goal setting, for writing down your gratitudes, for meditating, for putting something good. So start early. Don't wait till the alarm goes off at 8 o'clock and rush around and then go to work, whether it's a home office or an outside office. Do something that can help you kickstart your day. Start strong. So once you get started your day, you want to start strong. And that might be if you're looking for a job, you have 10 companies you're going to follow up with. If it's sales, you have 20 sales leads. If it's going to the gym, you have your plan for the gym, but you also have plan B, plan C. So, create multiple leads to fill your pipeline, or create multiple options. If one interview fails, you'll have another one. If you go to the gym and one of the machines is taken, you have a backup plan to go to the other one. So this is kind of starting strong. You want to start early and start strong. And break down your projects, right? If you have a massive project that you are endeavoring on, these can be complicated, and you want to break them down to the components that you can manage at that particular time. If you're renovating your bathroom, draft a budget, ask family and friends to recommend contractors. Design what you want. Take each step at a time instead of, oh my gosh, I have to do all of this. Whether it's clean out the garage. Oh, I can't do it. Well, what about this section over here? What about just pull the car out so you can do it. And then after you pull the car out, you pull the lawnmower out. And after you pull the lawnmower out, and you just break it down to one step at a time instead of, I got to clean the garage or I have to start my business. I don't know where to go with my business. I don't know what to do. I have a business, but it's not working. What should I do? Just break it down. You break down the projects to chunk sizes, and then you attack each chunk at a time. Aim for easy wins. Feel like a hero by getting a few simple victories under your belt. It'll inspire you to keep going. Again, with the garage, you pull your car out. Yay, I did it. Not a big deal, but you did it. You pulled the lawnmower out. Yay, I did it. If you have a business and you don't know what software you want, just make a commitment to it and go, great, I decided on this software. Here's my business plan. And just aim for the easy wins, right? We want to feel good about this because feeling good will create that momentum. Gather facts. Avoid delays due to uncertainties. Conduct the necessary research first. Browse online or ask, there are still librarians out there, so ask a librarian for the best resources. Or if it's a business, call up the SBA. Reach out to experts, but gather your facts. So I work in addition to personal development, I work with sales, and I've worked with a lot of sales development reps who basic job is to pre-qualify the individuals or the companies so the AE can come in and do their thing. So one of the things I work with them is to gather the facts. What's the mission statement of the company? What's the values? What's their current revenue? So when they make that phone call, they'll have that. But so they gather the facts that's needed. And this can be applied anywhere. Gather the facts that if you're going to a gym and you're starting to work out, do some research as to which exercises work which muscle groups so you have the facts. So if you do have to make an alternative plan while you're at the gym, you know what muscle groups you want to eat, you want to work out on. And speaking of eating, if you're changing your nutrition, gather the facts. What's the glycemic index? What's the macros? And when you gather the facts, you can build that momentum. Identify obstacles. This is not negative thinking. The Stoics used to do this all the time. They would wake up and think about what they wanted to get accomplished during the day, and then they would perceive the obstacles that would get in their way and then how they would overcome them. They didn't worry. See, worry is about perceiving an obstacle and not knowing what to do. But when we can identify the obstacles, we can create a plan on how to move around them. Anticipating roadblocks helps you plan around them. It can help you. So if you go to the gym again and all the equipment is used that you want for, let's say, legs, then you think about, okay, if I'm not going to do legs today, what can I do? Well, I'll do maybe pull-ups. I'll do this instead. And you identify the obstacles. Or if you ask somebody out on a date and they say no, there are obstacles with that as well. But when you can identify the obstacles, even, if you want a raise, right? You go to your boss, you ask for a raise, you think about what they're going to say, which is either yes or no. But if they say no, then you can identify and prepare yourself for why you deserve a raise. So identifying obstacles is really fantastic. It's really a great way to not get caught off guard and to keep that momentum going. So now we've started. Now let's keep moving ahead, right, with the momentum, right? Because with momentum, we have to start something, and then we keep it rolling. So now let's look at some points on how to keep moving ahead. Clarify your goals. This is probably the easiest thing to do on paper, but the hardest thing to do mentally. Because we generally speak, I want to be in a loving relationship. I want more money. I want to lose weight. But that's not clarifying. That's not clear. You want to get this goal so clear that you could draw a picture of it, or put it in, better yet, put it in words and exactly what you want to see, be precise about what you want. When you use the SMART, right? Specific means specific. When you say you want to make more money, how much, how often, when, right? And so when you get clarity on your goals, that helps you keep moving forward. Establishing timelines. Again, this falls into that SMART goal formula. Target date's another important element. It provides a sense of urgency, and you stay on track by deciding to get your taxes done by the end of the month or clean out the garage this weekend, right? So there's different ways to establish these timelines. It could be, I'm going to clean out the garage, I'm going to get it done by Sunday noon so I can watch football. Well, you have a timeline, you've committed to it, you use all the processes we've already talked about to get it done. Working on your taxes, you could go, okay, like right now we're going into the fourth quarter of the year, so we all know that come next year we have to file taxes. Maybe this would be a great time to start to put your information together. Whatever, but you give yourself that timeline. Okay, I'm going to do this by this time. Hold yourself accountable. This is probably the biggest thing that people don't do, is hold themselves accountable. Realize that you generate your own energy, and motivation is more reliable when it's internal, inspiration. Motivation is external, inspiration is internal. When we can inspire ourselves, we can take action. But if we're waiting for somebody to, the carrot or the stick, with the donkey, you either hit them on the butt with a stick and they move forward, or you tie a carrot in front of them and they move forward. That's motivation. If the carrot and the stick stop, the donkey stops. So we want to be able to take whatever goal we have, whatever vision we have, and internalize it so it can be inspiration. And another thing about holding yourself accountable is when you make a commitment to yourself, follow through. This is why coaching is so important, because a coach will hold you accountable. And with my coaching, I'm pretty direct. It's either results or excuses. You can't have both. And if you say you want to get the garage cleaned out and you come to me and, no, I didn't get it done because this, I go, that's an excuse. Did you want to get the garage cleaned out? What was the result? And often we need other people to hold us accountable until we realize how many excuses we make for our lack of progress. Build on previous victories. Resist the temptation to rest on your laurels, but get back on the phone immediately after closing that one sale. As an example, what happens is that momentum. So if you're in sales and you're talking to a client or a prospect and they say yes, immediately you hang up the phone, you do your paperwork, and you pick up the phone again. A lot of salespeople will hang up the phone, dance around, great, oh, I'm going to take a break. No, I got that sale done, and then their momentum will drop off. The same thing with going to the gym, right? You go to the gym, you do an exercise. Oh, I got there today. I have 15 minutes left, but I'm going to go home. No, you stay for the whole time. So you build on the previous victories of that day, but you also then look back and track them, and you build on the previous victories of the day before, the day before, the day before. One of the things that I use with my clients who want to start a new physical workout and nutrition routine is have an X on the calendar. So a diagonal line means you completed the workout from left to right, and from the top left down to the bottom right, you do that for nutrition. So at the end of the day, you should have an X. When you see that X on the calendar, on your refrigerator, or in your office, you know you did it yesterday and you're going to get it done today. So the goal is to see every single day with an X on it, and that helps you build on the previous victories. So you want to share the glory, right? You want to be able to share what you're doing with others and have others share with you, either a support of others, or you can support others or have others support you, whether it's a mastermind, whether it's friends, whether it's a coach. But momentum is contagious. If you're with a group of people that have a similar goal, and you you're touching base with each other. If one person gets, quote, a victory, it's going to help the others spur along. It's kind of like when you climb a mountain or on a long hike. When you're by yourself, you tend to maybe slow down and not do things that you would, or you turn around. Well, if you're with a group of others, they can support you and you can support them. Come on, we only have a little bit more. And you support each other to get to that goal. And it's critical. And this is, again, where coaching comes in handy. But it's critical to have that support. Choose meaningful activities, right? So we want to choose meaningful activities that contribute to our joy, our pleasure, and moving forward. You're more likely to keep doing something that you feel passionate about. So devote some time to the things you absolutely care about. It helps build that internal inspiration. Tackle the disliked tasks promptly. Of course, there's bound to be some grunt work. Wash the dishes immediately and get them out of the way. For instance, for dinner. So if you have a to-do list, you do the things that you hate the most first. You get them out of the way, because then you can build momentum. If you just do the things you like, the ones that you don't like are going to carry over day after day after day. And the question is, I was talking to my coach yesterday. We were talking about sense of urgency. If not now, when? So you're done with your dishes. If you don't do them now, or you're done with dinner, if you don't do your dishes now, when will you do them? Well, I'll put them in the sink. I'll do them tomorrow. I'll do it. No, it's if not now, when? So just get the tasks and get them done. Get organized. You can build up speed by putting systems in place. You can check off routines, errands. There's so many great apps out there for shopping lists, for workouts, but get organized. Right? Whether it's just a pad and paper or a pad and pencil or an app, whatever it is, organized gives you a sense of control. And when you have a sense of control, you are more inspired to take action on things. Schedule downtime, regardless of what that is. So allow rest and relaxation. So whether it's work or whether you're working out, find things that you enjoy doing. And it may be nothing, but make sure you participate that into recharging your battery. Stay fit. This is one thing that I hit on constantly, is working out, whether it's Zumba, CrossFit, regular structured training. It's strength, mobility, flexibility, hydration, nutrition, all of those. And I can do a podcast, and I probably will soon, about all the importance of staying fit. Yeah, we all, quote, know, unquote, the importance of it, but do we do it? No. A lot of us don't. And if you know the effect of staying fit has on your mental and your emotional and your spiritual self, you'll be amazed. But stay fit. You got to get out there and stay fit, and that builds your momentum, because as you're staying fit, you're being physically active, and activity is motion, and you want to keep that motion going. Evaluate your results. So you have to track it. So you have a goal. And as you're making progress to it, you need to evaluate the results as you are getting there. Are the things you're doing, the actions you're taking, getting you closer to that goal or not? Yes, we want to have persistence and mental strength, but persistence isn't doing the same thing over and over again and getting zero results. That's called insanity. We want to have persistence by keep moving even in the face of obstacles, we move around them. Evaluate your results. Again, with sales, a lot of people don't track their sales. With investing, we don't track our results in investing. In working out, we don't track our results in working out. With weight loss, we kind of track it, but not so much. So we got to be able to track it, and that is, I did this, and I got this result. Great, I got this result. Am I getting closer to my goal? Yes, keep doing it. If not, you got to stop it. But you can't improve what you don't measure. So, forget about getting stuck. You don't have to be stuck. You can build momentum at any time. Use momentum to build your confidence and put you on a winning streak. Use the techniques here. Hire a coach to help you hold accountable to using all these techniques. Contact me for a breakthrough session. Whatever it is, there is no excuse for not building momentum, for going, I don't feel like it. Feelings don't matter when the dream is big enough. And when the feelings are there, you will start to build that momentum. So if you'd like to see the show notes on this podcast, you can go over to warriormindcoach.com. And while you're there, you can request a free report about the fundamentals of mental strength. You can request your breakthrough session, read some other blog posts, listen to some other podcasts. And while you're on the internet, please follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest under Warrior Mind Coach.